Holy moly, guys. Okay. We did it. We have officially finished season 1 of Young Justice, and our journey is just beginning. We still have season 2, okay? We still have season 2, which from what I hear is an even better season than season 1. Now, after everything we've seen in this first season, I don't know how that's physically possible or if my brain can even handle what events can unfold in season 2. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm ready. I'm ready for what happens next. This season finale, it answered some important questions, but still left us with a number of unanswered questions, a number of new questions that we still need to figure out, like what exactly were those 6 up to for 16 hours? Were they a part of helping with phase 2? Now we know that Roy Harper is still around. He's at Cadmus being transferred somewhere else. And now the, genetically cloned Roy is on a mission to save him. So what exactly is that going to do? There's so many questions. I was not expecting many of the plot twists and turns that we would experience in this episode to unfold. And the whole thing about Roy is insane. I don't know what to make of that, but I have a lot of questions and a reason to jump into season 2. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking, are we going to continue with the show? That's a definitive yeah. We're going to continue. We still got work to do. Obviously, before we get to season 2, though, I want to get a review, my full thoughts talking about the entirety of this season. So currently working on that, and we may do like a top 5 episodes of the season as well, something like that. But yeah, we got some stuff working. We're working on some episodes, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see exactly how season 2 unfolds, but I expect it to be very exciting. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on this journey through season 1. It's been such a blast, such a pleasure to be able to experience this show with you guys, and I feel like we're just getting started. So thank you so much to those who have supported the videos over on YouTube and these kind of Cave Chronicle like episodes that we've been doing. We dive in deeper to my thoughts and feelings and predictions on the seasons. Thank you for supporting over on Patreon, whether you choose to be a free member or you've actually chosen to become a paid member to support the content. Thank you so much. It really means the world, and you guys continue to motivate me each and every episode to push for even better content, better depth in the reactions, better engagement with you guys. Like, you guys really want me to you encourage me to push and create better content for you guys. So thank you so much for encouraging me and joining me on this journey. It really does mean the world. And that's all for season 1, guys. Be on the lookout for my Cave Chronicles episode on this particular finale. All the thoughts, the twists and turns, the predictions going into season 2. And we will get started on our journey through season 2 very shortly. As for me, guys, I'm going to go kind of try to, Episode 26, the finale of season 1 of Young Justice. Wow. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cave Chronicles, where we dive in just a little deeper into every episode of our time watching Young Justice. As someone that has never seen this season before, this show, we just finished season 1, episode 26, and I have a lot of thoughts, theories, predictions that I want to share with you guys in this episode. If you want to watch the full uncut breakdown or the full uncut reaction of this episode, you already know what to do. My Patreon link is in the bio of this video if you guys want to check it out. Whether you're a free member or a paid member, every ounce of support really means the world. So thank you for joining me on this journey. So at the beginning of this episode, we see all of the Justice League has basically been taken over by some sort of mind control chip that, surprisingly enough, goes all the way back to the early episodes, episode 8, maybe even earlier of this season, where we saw the light kind of working in the shadows to uncover different parts and components, but we didn't know exactly what those components were and how they all played, together in the grand scheme of things until the very end of the season, where it was finally revealed their grand master plan. And apparently their Grandmaster plan and what we saw in the finale is only just a piece of the puzzle. There's still a lot that they're still planning. There's a whole phase 2 that's supposedly going to happen. We saw our young heroes save the day, but the ongoing war between the light continues. Now, one of my favorite aspects of this episode was just seeing how far the Young Justice team has come right? I mean, we've seen them progress over the course of the season, and we've seen, them evolve and have their setbacks and learn how to work as a team and learn how to use their abilities, not only individually, but together, cohesively with one another. And it resulted in getting to the final episode of this season and seeing them really come together, work together as a team, and understand, not, like I said, not only their own abilities, but understand how the abilities of their teammates work together with each other. So it resulted in them being able to take on their own mentors. I mean, seeing Robin take on Batman, seeing Superboy take on Superman were just some of the many epic moments that happened within this episode. And I watched this episode kind of with a smile, because it's just like watching these kids who have grown up and they have really become almost on the same level as the league. I mean, now I will say that they may not necessarily be full league members, but I feel like they can't be seen as sidekicks. They can't be seen as underlings or apprentices. I mean, they're as good as it gets. And while, yeah, they still have a lot to learn to be considered like league level, I think they're well on their way. And, where they are now at the end of the season is significantly further than where they were at the beginning. So I really loved watching their growth and watching them evolve and be able to take on their mentors. And if you were to ask me, if you were to, watch them take on their mentors at the beginning of the season, it would have been a done deal. And now, while I do know that, when they were fighting, they were really just fighting versions of these, iconic characters that were being controlled. But at the same time, I mean, they still were able to hold their own and still save the day. And they eventually, when you think about it, they saved the league, they saved the world. And, that's something that, I think they'll go into season 2 hopefully with a lot more confidence in themselves as they take on new missions, and hopefully they'll get out of the stealth route and stop taking on so many stealthy missions, and they'll actually be able to take on badder foes and bigger bosses and tougher enemies. At least that's the hope. Now, one of the moments that really stood out to me was at the very end. We finally get to see Superboy and Superman have a moment, and throughout the course of the season, this is something that I feel like, maybe I'm being too critical. It's something I feel like I would have liked to have seen a lot sooner. We really haven't seen Superboy and Superman have any sort of interaction with one another since like episode 4 or 5, where, he, kind of criticizes Superboy's entrance and then just dips, just leaves. And so we really haven't seen a lot of moments between these two characters, but obviously the relationship between Superboy and Superman is something that I think I've wanted to see grow a little bit. I mean, whether Superman likes it or not, Superboy is technically his son. And so it was nice to see, at least at the end of the episode, Superman finally acknowledge Superboy, which I think, for those that have kept up with the series with me, was a big moment. It was a big moment for Superboy. It's something that I think he's wanted since the beginning, is not to be seen as like Superman's shadow or Superman's unwanted, creation, but, someone that Superman acknowledges for his abilities and his own uniqueness. And so I think that Superman taking that step was not only big for him, but it was big for Superboy. And I think that will hopefully allow them to go into season 2 with a little bit more connection. I hope that we get to see moments like that in season 2, where Superboy and Superman actually work together. Maybe they have a little more father-son bonding and stuff like that. And, that all kind of works out together. Now, I think it's time to get into my predictions for season 2. Now, obviously, as you guys know, we are going to be watching season 2. We're going to start very soon on that journey. As soon as I get all these videos done for season 1, we still have a review that I want to do for the first season. So I'm really working to be as detailed as possible with that. But in terms of the second season, at the end of season 1, we see the light really wasn't defeated. They were deterred, but it seems like, based on what Robin was saying at the end of the episode, we see that there were 16 hours that were unaccounted for certain league members, Batman included. So I think it does beg the question of like, what exactly were they up to? What were they doing during those 16 hours? And how does that ultimately play into the role of, in the grand plans of the light? Up until this season, we don't really know what they were looking for. Even with them controlling the league, I'm still kind of unsure exactly what the light is planning and what they're trying to get at. And obviously maybe that's something that will be revealed in season 2, but overall, I mean, I would love to see exactly how this whole grand plan and this whole situation surrounding the light, I would love to see how that all kind of plays out. So it's kind of hard for me to even go into season 2 with theories. I mean, I would assume that it has something to do with world domination, taking over the league or something like that. But again, I mean, with how many twists and turns and moments that I was not expecting that appeared in season 1, I almost am nervous to go into season 2 with any sort of predictions. The only predictions that I feel like I can confidently give is that this next season will be epic. It will continue with, at least I hope it will continue with the twists and turns that existed within the first season. And it's going to leave me with a few mind-blowing moments as well. And, again, all I know is that season 2 is going to be a memorable one, and it's going to be one that we share together. So I'm really excited to see all the events that happen in season 2. And maybe after we watch the first couple episodes, I'll have clearer theories on what exactly we can expect from the second season. Overall, guys, season 1 was outstanding. And I say that not as someone that is easily impressed, but as someone that went into the show not necessarily thinking this show was going to be anything spectacular. I had asked a couple questions, of what show should I watch? What show would you want to see me watch? What would you want to experience with me? And Young Justice came up a lot, and it took me a while to get to it, but I finally gave it a chance. And within the first couple of minutes of the first episode, I was like, okay, I kind of like what I'm seeing here. In every episode, you saw character progression, you saw relationships form, you saw development of each of the characters. The story, the writing was phenomenal. The music, the action was epic. I mean, there were so many moments I could look at and think that reminded me why I started this show and why I continue to watch each and every episode. And so thank you so much for allowing me, this opportunity to share in this experience. It's something that, again, I've always wanted to do, share my experience and my excitement for shows with others. And so you guys choosing to react to these moments with me, it really does mean the world. It really does. So, there's lots of people that have watched this show, the reactions that you can find over on YouTube and whatever. And the fact that you guys choose to watch my content, you choose to watch and experience the show with me as I experience it with fresh eyes, it really does mean the world. I mean, it means more than I can possibly say. So thank you so much for allowing me to do so with you guys and for any and all support you guys show, whether on the YouTube side or the Patreon side. Thank you doesn't even begin to describe how grateful I am to each and every one of you. So we got season 2 coming, guys. Season 2 is going to be happening. We're going to start it. I want to say this week we'll start it. I'm going to get a review out on YouTube, so be able to, be on the lookout for that. And when you see it, any support you can show on that video would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, we're going to start with season 2 very soon. And I'm excited to see exactly how things progress in the second season. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this content, you already know, check out my other content over on YouTube. We've got other reactions. We've got an Arcane season 2 or Arcane episode 2 that we are dropping today as well. By the time you're seeing this, it may already be out. Depends on when this video actually is uploaded. And other shows as well. So, and as always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next season.